So a construction firm logs into their server one morning and their files won't load. But there's a note on the screen instead. Pay up or lose everything. And their inside IT guy starts to panic. Reboot it. It's probably a pop-up or something. Well, that reboot just locked up the operating system too. Now nobody can even get in to see how bad it is. 20 employees, 3 months of work sitting on that one machine. And when they finally get a look inside, the last real backup they had was from 90 days ago. That's ransomware. Here's exactly how it gets in and what it costs you. Construction is one of the most targeted industries for this right now. ReliaQuest tracks this stuff, and their research found construction companies showing up on attacker leak sites 41% more than the year before. And here's why. You're running deadlines that don't move, crews that are lean, and IT that's the last thing on your mind until it's the only thing that's on your mind. But before we get into it, quick intro. I'm Don with Don's Tech Rescue. I'm principal consultant and founder. I work with AEC firms here in Western PA, taking the stress of their technology off their plate. So, what exactly is ransomware? Well, it's software that gets onto a computer or server, usually through a phishing email or an exposed remote connection. It feeds its way through your network and encrypts your files, locks them with a key only the attacker has. Then you get the note. Pay in Bitcoin, get the key back. Maybe, if we're feeling froggy. You don't have to be some huge target for this to happen to you either. Small crews, family shops, 20-person firms, those get hit constantly. And that's exactly what happened here. According to the IT company that handled the recovery, ransomware landed on this firm's newer server, the one holding most of their data, and started encrypting it. Their inside IT guy told them to reboot. That's what spread it to the operating system. Nobody could boot the server. Nobody could even see how bad it was. The ransomware asked for $47,000 in Bitcoin. The new IT team negotiated down to $30,000. But here's the part that should scare you more than the ransom number. They'd have been told their backups were working by their in-house IT guy. Well, they weren't. The last one that actually worked was 90 days old. No backup, no negotiating power. 3 months of lost work for 20 employees, or pay the ransom. And paying doesn't mean you're safe. These hackers didn't stop at the note. When the owner tried to talk the price down, they sent him screenshots of his own bank accounts, personal and business, proof they had been in longer than he knew. Threatened to leak his personal information next. So even if you pay, even if you get the files back, your data's already left the building. The attacker had it before you ever saw the note. For a small firm, the machine that gets hit is usually the one at your front desk, the one running your invoicing, your inbox, your CRM, and the one that your PM logs bids through. That goes down, no invoices are going out, no leads are getting followed up on, no estimates are being sent out. The whole thing just stalls. And getting back up isn't cheap. Sofo's own numbers from their State of Ransomware survey put the average recovery cost at $638,000 for firms at 100 and 250 employee range. And that's before any ransomware payment. And, you might say, okay, well, most AEC firm shops might be running smaller than that. But it doesn't matter. The pattern holds. This still gets expensive fast. And without a backup you can actually restore from, it's the kind of expense that closes doors for good. So what actually stops this? Well, for starters, there's 3 things you can do. The first is keep your computer updated. Actual security updates, not, we'll get to it eventually. The second is run real business grade antivirus, not whatever came free with the machine. And third, have a backup you can prove. Not just one you trust, ones you've tested consistently. And here's a question to think about. Ask whoever handles your IT right now, when's the last time we actually tested our backup? If the answer is we haven't, that's not a backup. That's a hope and prayer that everything's okay without any proof. Ask before you're the one staring at a ransom note.